So I just thought this was a fun slide to put up because it was indeed the most tattered and abused file folder that I'd ever seen. And my client got a good chuckle out of it too. And she goes, Kacy, take a picture of it, take a picture of it, and use it in your talk. So the first thing to ban from your office, of course, are extremely tattered file folders. And I'm going to run through a list. So you have to decide what is banned from your office. So again, this is sort of my backdoor trick in the beginning to get people to let go of things and lighten up their space, especially if they struggle with letting go of things, decluttering. So even if you just choose a couple of things from this list or create your own list, it's a wonderful place to start. So tattered folders. You can resolve right here and now that if nothing else within the next few weeks, I'm going to replace my tattered folders with crisp, clean, neat, sharp folders. More than one set of plastic cutlery. The number of times I walk into offices and it's like an entire kitchen is stocked in the desk drawers. You're certainly allowed to eat at your desk, go for it, but you don't need, 25 plastic forks and spoons and knives. Trash them, bring them to the kitchen. They only deserve so much space in your beloved corner of the world. Periodicals after a certain date. There's no rule about how long to keep a magazine or a newsletter, but you have to, I'm going to get into this in the next slide, but set your own rules and stick with them. So if your rule is, you know what, I'm a periodical junkie, I need to keep everything for 10 years, then fine. I know when to pick my battles. Let's have a 10-year rule, and let's not keep any magazine that is pre-2002. So that's, one thing you can ban from your office. All magazines pre-2002, even though hopefully your rule is more like a year. Things that belong to other people, of course. Again, right here and now, you can decide, you know what? A third of my office is not even my stuff in the first place. Get it out of here. No longer am I going to treat my office like a storage space for other people's stuff. Broken electronics. I see this much more in home offices than I do in offices like yours, I would imagine. But again, it's shocking to me how sometimes we go on a scavenger hunt throughout the office. And I say, let's just gather in a small bag all of the broken electronics to take to Best Buy for recycling. And what I think is going to be this much is suddenly 2 big garbage bags full of electronics. So that is an easy one for you to declare banned from your office today. Any broken electronic. And this is my favorite. No matter what type of office I'm working in, be it a law firm downtown or a home office in College Park, this says, gifts given to me that I feel guilty about donating. We all have them. And you should have nothing in your office that you do not know to be useful or beautiful. So if you have a certain object or 10 where every time you look at it your energy sort of drops and you think, oh, well, my niece gave that to me, and what if my niece drops by my office one day and sees that painting she made for me isn't there anymore, but she made it for me when she was 4 and now she's 12. Just, you've given it enough face time. Let it go. So many offices are just filled to the gills with, beautiful objects that were thoughtful gifts, but they, at the end of the day make you feel guilty. So let them go. Dead plants? It's so easy. It's so easy. If you get nothing else from this talk other than, oh my goodness, I think I have 4 crispy plants on my desk that are not beautiful or useful. I'm going to go home. I'm going to walk down the hall when I'm finished and toss them. Then you get an A+. I remember walking into an office, again, I do think this was another attorney's office, where the first thing I noticed was it was a big tropical arrangement, and they can get 5 feet tall, and it was sitting on her desk right there, and it's the first thing I noticed, and I said, what's the story with your plant? Trying to be so diplomatic. And she said, oh, I forgot that was there. I didn't even remember I had that. And there it was, right smack dab in the middle of her desk, just taking up so much space. So hopefully this list will allow you to see your office with a new set of eyes. Bags of paper, my favorite. I don't know if anybody wants to volunteer that they are guilty of collecting bags of paper in their office. You don't have to, but if you do, you know who you are and you are not alone. So I see bags of paper so many times, at least once a week. I go into an office with bags of paper. They can be Trader Joe's bags, they can be CVS bags, they can be Neiman Marcus bags, plastic, reusable. Bags of paper, of course, are there because you're limited on time. Somebody's coming in. You don't want your office to be an embarrassment. You clear it off. You tie it up. So
I'm really relating to this one.
You got it?
At home, I do, yeah.
And I have so many pictures of bags of paper that I could have included in this. And clearly there's no way around it other than to sort the bags. But, I mean, again, the reason why I say it's as simple as deciding to ban one thing from your office is because truly it's never that simple. If you were to declare your office a no bag of paper zone, that of course would mean that you had to break it into steps. Each bag is a project. You could time yourself. So all of the lessons I'm teaching play into this simple list. And the last one, perishables. I used to leave so much of this out of my talks because I thought it went without saying. But then people are thinking, oh yeah, I do have a coffee cup on my desk right now that I think has been sitting half empty for the last 2 weeks. Not useful or beautiful. Let it go.